I guess the big deal here is whether or not the American housing market has shifted enough fundamentally for the Fed to take it into consideration at its next policy meeting. Do you think that's the case?
Thank you for having me here today. I think at the Fed a meeting coming up here on May 3rd, I think what everybody is saying, and I do agree with this, I think we're going to see a 25 basis point hike for now, and then we're going to be relying upon the data kind of going forward. What's really, I think, interesting to hear about the housing market right now is more about where the affordability issue is. 87% of houses that are sold are existing homes, 13% are new homes right now. So in order for somebody to be able to buy a existing home right now and put 5% down, they would have to be at $400,000 and making about $87,000 annually right now to afford that house. So the affordability is a little bit stretched, but it's still sort of very doable.
If that's the case, we've seen a good amount of bullishness, Jeff, over the last, call it 2 to 3 weeks, especially with the home builders in this country, right? We're talking the D.R. Hortons, the Pulte's, and that sort of thing. A lot of that had to do with this idea that there was a better sentiment in the overall market, and we are starting to see a pickup in things like building permits and housing starts. Yes, I know they're volatile, but is there really an upward trajectory now for home affordability to come down and for these home builders to keep on going higher?
So it's a really, really good question, right? So like you said, 4 months of home builder sentiment has risen, which is good. But when you look into the details now also, home builders in April, 59% gave concessions to buy houses. 30% had price decreases. The average new home went from the height of October 22, 490,000 to about 438,000 right now. So they are confident, but they're also getting deals done. So if you're looking to get a new home in the market right now, you can negotiate, talk to your local realtor, talk to your team. There are deals to get done right now because while they're very confident in their long-term view, they are very much acting as let's get deals done here in the short term.
And Jeff, before we let you go, we've talked a lot about the tipping points for home buyers and potential home buyers right now with regard to rates. Is there a new paradigm for people in their minds about the interest rate they want on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage before they feel like it's okay to go and buy a house in your mind?
Again, that's another question. So what we've been seeing so far this year, when rates dip down to around 6%, we see a rise of applications for buyers. And then when we see rates dip down for a seller somewhere between 5.6 and 5.9. So that 6.0 rate right now, which we saw about 30 days ago, seems to be that sweet spot for when people are getting back into the housing market for buy. And then if I look over the entire year right now, we are expecting about 5.1 million houses to be sold in total. That's about 600,000 new homes, 4.5 million homes of existing homes. And then of that, we're expecting to see about 3.5 million are going to have mortgages on them. So all in all, the units are tighter than what they were a year ago, but we look like a very solid housing market. And right now, again, I think about that 6% interest rate is where you see buyers get motivated to jump into the market.